to my channel, Diva in the A brand. This your girl, Kayla. So, let me start off with my table, because I know y'all checking it out. So, if you did not see my previous video, go check it out, because I did a tutorial on how I set my table, and I'm giving all the details on where I purchased everything from. So, go check that out. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Make sure you subscribe and turn on your post notification bell. So, today we are making some spooky stuffed bell peppers. Now, I love stuffed bell peppers. My mom used to always make them when I was in middle school. And you know, it's a good recipe to make during the week because it's quick and it's fast and kids love it. It's cheesy and, you know, have all the good stuff in that kids like. So, let me go ahead and show you guys what you will need to get those bell peppers popping. All right, y'all. So, before I get into the ingredients, I just got to show y'all this apron, y'all. Look how cute I be doing it in my apron, y'all. I be so excited when I just find these cute aprons. I be like a kid in a candy store. All right, so let's get into these ingredients. Ooh, it's a lot, y'all. Where do I start from? Okay, let's start with the meat. So I'm using some ground beef and some mild Italian sausage. And I love it this way, guys. That way I don't have to squeeze the meat out the skin, and easy peasy. I have some rice here that I already cooked. Of course, your bell peppers, and I just have one red, one orange, one yellow, and one green. So 4 bell peppers. You will need some Worcestershire sauce. Every time I say that word, I like think about it. Some thyme, sea salt, black pepper, garlic powder, some onion powder, oregano, kind of like you make a spaghetti, y'all, like similar ingredients. Parsley, the parsley flakes that is, some paprika, ketchup, some tomato paste and tomato sauce. There's the tomato paste and the tomato sauce. And some diced tomatoes. Alright. Minced garlic. And I also have some fresh garlic here. Y'all know I'll put the measurements and stuff below. Some pre-cut diced onions and some pre-cut the mixed peppers. Not done yet, y'all. Hold on. Some sweet corn, the frozen corn. 1 bag of that. And I have 2 bags of mozzarella and 1 bag of Colby Jack. All right, so that's it for the ingredients. So let's get started, y'all. All right, so before we cook the ground beef, first thing that I'm going to do is show you guys how to cut out your bell peppers, okay? So I went ahead and did some already. That's the way they came out, spooky cute. So cute. Okay, so I did 3. And I saved 1 so I can show you guys how I did it. So I went ahead and I draw the face on. Now, if you're good, you can, you know, freehand it. If not, or if you want it to look really neat, you can do what I did. And I just found went online and found the picture of a spooky looking, pumpkin. And I printed it out, cut it out, and I placed it on the front of the bell pepper, and I just traced it with these edible ink markers. Okay? Now I'm gonna go ahead and carve it out. You can use a sharp knife, or I'm using this right here. Okay? All right, let's start carving.
So this was super easy to do. Even if you freehand, it was still easy because you're just having fun with it. Remember, it doesn't have to be that neat because it's supposed to look spooky anyway. So as long as you can make out what it is, then you're good to go. Since I'm carving my bell peppers, I'm not going to boil them because normally I will boil them first so they can soften up. But I don't want them to be too soft because I want them to stand up on their own. So I'm just going to go ahead and let them soften up in the oven when I bake them. And you know what, y'all? This is actually kind of fun because it's not every day that you're sitting up here carving out bell peppers. So around this time of the year, I just try to do different stuff because, you know, you don't do this every day. So for those of you who try to make these stuffed bell peppers and you actually draw the face on like I did, whether you freehand it or you print it out and trace it, leave me a comment down below and let me know how it was. Was it easy or hard? I want to know your experience. Alright, so now that I'm done, I'm going to go ahead and just pop it out using the back of my tool. Now, if you try to pop it out and it won't budge, just go over it again like you see me doing, using your knife or whatever tool you're using. You don't want to apply too much pressure trying to pop it out because then it might tear. Also using my nails because they're long and they can fit right in between the mouth part because it's so skinny and the back of my tool is actually too big. So this is how it's looking so far. Too cute. Now I'm going to remove the top of my pepper. You guys can do exactly what I'm doing. Just don't go too close to the edge. And oh, don't throw your tops away because they will be used at the end. Alright, so using a spoon, I'm just going to remove the inside, all the seeds and everything that I popped inside. So this is how the bell pepper looks, nice and clean on the inside. Now I'm just removing the seeds and shaving the top part down so it can lay kind of flat. So now I'm going to rinse my peppers off and head over to the stove. Alright, so let's cook this ground beef. So I'm cooking the whole thing, but honestly, you guys can probably cook half of the pack if you don't want to make that much because I take the leftovers and I freeze it and I will make another dish out of it. So you guys can do half if you want. I also added in half of the Italian sausage. Next, I'm adding in some onions and I absolutely love onions. So I'm adding a lot. Now I'm adding in some of my tricolor diced up bell peppers. So next up is the minced garlic, and I just get carried away with garlic too. I love garlic. Now I'm adding in some fresh garlic, and I believe that was 2 cloves. A little bit of thyme, some parsley flakes, a little black pepper, some garlic powder, more garlic, a little bit of onion powder, and a little bit of oregano. Now I'm adding in my Worcestershire sauce. Gotta add some of that. A little ketchup. Next is the frozen corn, and I'm using about half of the bag. Now I'm adding in the rice, and I'm going to add in half of the rice and mix it in, and I will add the other half. So now I'm going to mix it in really good, and I'm definitely going to leave my seasonings out because I'm sure I will have to add more at the end once I add all the ingredients in. Now I'm adding in the rest of the rice. So now I'm adding in a little paprika. some tomato paste, and I'm using half of the can. Alright, so now I'm going to mix that in, and tomato paste can be kind of hard to mix in, so the trick is I kind of use the back of my spoon to kind of spread it around, and that makes it way easier. So now I have a cup of water that I'm adding in, and this will help start to make like my sauce since I've already added in the tomato paste. Next, I'm adding in 1 can of tomato sauce, and if you have a favorite tomato sauce, you can actually use that. You don't have to use the one in a can. Now I'm adding in the diced tomatoes, and I drain them first. Alright, so now you want to give it a good mix. Now that I added my tomato sauce, I'm going to go back in with a little bit more herbs, pretty much everything that I used earlier. Now I'm finally adding in my salt. I like to add my salt last, that way I can taste it, and once I taste it, I see the actual flavor of the food. I'm also adding in a little bit of sugar. So mix that sugar in and give it a final taste. Alright guys, so since I used up all my tomato sauce, I'm going to take the rest of this tomato paste and I'm going to go ahead and add some ketchup and a little bit of water to make like a tomato sauce. So when you guys are adding your tomato sauce to the ground beef, you can save a little bit for this part so that way you don't have to make it. But if not, you can just do what I'm doing and you will have you some tomato sauce quick and easy. So next I'm adding some ketchup and a little bit of water, probably about a half cup of water. So I'm adding a little ketchup to my baking dish. You can also add tomato sauce if you want. You should want this tomato sauce to taste kind of sweet. If it tastes too tomatoey, then just keep adding ketchup until it gets to your desired taste. So I'm just adding a little bit to the baking dish and I'm spreading it around at the bottom. Alright y'all, let's stuff these peppers. So first thing I'm doing is adding some cheese, and this is the Colby Jack mix. Just add a little bit to the bottom. Now I'm adding a little bit of mozzarella. So before I add the ground beef to the bell peppers, I like to add a little bit of mozzarella to my mixture. I just love cheese. I can't get enough of it. So I like my rice and ground beef mixture to be a little cheesy. So adding the cheese is optional. Alright, so now I'm adding in the ground beef on top of the cheese that I've already added to the bottom. And make sure you stuff them real good now. They're not called stuffed peppers for nothing now. So add some mozzarella and Colby Jack on top of that. Now I'm going to continue and do the same thing for the rest of the peppers. So now you want to repeat and add more ground beef on top of the cheese. And I'm telling y'all, once you start stuffing these peppers, they get big. And before then, you be looking at them like, okay, I can probably eat 2 of them. But once you stuff them, you might change your mind. Alright, so now I'm just taking some of the tomato sauce and placing a little bit on top. So now I'm topping it off with more cheese, and yes, I'm heavy on the cheese. Cheese is just so good. I love cheese. So I used 2 bags of mozzarella and 1 bag of Colby Jack, but if you're not as crazy about cheese as I am, then you probably can use 1 bag of mozzarella and 1 bag of Colby Jack. So I'm just topping them off with a little mozzarella, and once I place them in the baking dish, I will top them off with a little more. So this is the tricky part, trying to get them to stand up on their own, while hoping that they stay standing up and they don't fall over. So when you pick out your bell peppers, try to pick out some that can stand up on its own, so test them out. So I'm adding a little bit more cheese, y'all, and I promise y'all that's it, no more cheese. Alright, so now I'm placing the tops on the bell peppers, and I will be cooking them on 350 for about 45 minutes to an hour. So in the oven they go. Alright guys, so this is how my bell peppers came out. I cooked them for 50 minutes and they look spooky. They actually look spooky. This was too cute and fun.
Alright guys, so my bell peppers are done. I took them out of the oven and I let them sit for about 10 minutes before serving them because the inside gets really hot and I'm not trying to burn my tongue. So let me go ahead and taste them. They smell good as usual. Don't forget to remove the top. They smell so good, guys. It's so cheesy at the top. Oh, look at that cheese, y'all. Let's see. This is so good, y'all. And it's so cute that I don't even want to cut it. I don't want to mess it up, y'all. It's so cute, but I have to. As you can see, the bell pepper is nice and soft. Amazing. Look at this, y'all. I'm trying to see the inside. Now that's how you stuff a bell pepper. Bomb. The flavor is like on point. It's very flavorful. I love the flavor that the corn gives this. It adds that sweetness to it. It's just perfect. The cheeses blend together well and everything was just seasoned perfectly. Alright, so this is just one of the many recipes that I will be sharing with you all this month. So make sure you stick around, alright? Because we're going to have some fun and I have something for everybody, whether it's your mom, aunties, grandmas, sisters, brothers, grandkids, nieces, nephews. I got something for everybody, okay? So we're going to have some fun. It's October and I'm sure there will be a lot of Halloween parties going on, especially due to what's going on. So we're going to keep it safe over here. So make sure you guys stick around and y'all already know the deal. Diva will see y'all later. Bye, y'all.